Hello. Today I would like to give you a short intro about our validation lab. In the validation lab, the goal is to validate assumptions, to validate hypotheses, and to help you to get more confidence in what you build or what you plan to build. Validations are a very important part, but the problem very often with validation is that they are very lengthy. It takes them multiple months to complete. You run hundreds of interviews, or you build landing pages, or you do other things to validate, to get a feedback from potential customers. But this costs you a lot of money, it costs you a lot of time. So this is one of the biggest bottlenecks in innovation. And that's why we created the validation lab to semi-automate all of the things. So you can start with running multiple of your validation projects, and one of them you can see here. I completed a validation project about an AI innovation platform. You can set it up like a normal project: titles, descriptions, goals, scope, target customers, etc. But important is that you also add a team here, an AI team. So one kind of an agent who is coordinating the whole experiments, running through the experiments, supervising the experiments, but then also kind of subject matter experts who are invited to perform the interviews, for example, so like an interview expert. As you know, in our platform, it's very important that we talk about AI experts, as they are collecting knowledge, become smarter and smarter over time, more experienced. So if you hook in here a very experienced interview expert, then of course running the interviews becomes better and better. Another key part of any validation are the hypotheses. So you need to define them. So what are your key assumptions, your key hypotheses you would like to validate? Could be problem oriented, could be solution oriented. Depends what you think you would like to know, you would like to get confirmed or maybe not confirmed, to get more clarity on. Then the next part are the panels. So you define the panels. You can have multiple panels here, and the panels are based on our synthetic users. So you define your digital twins of your customers or target groups or users, whatever. You can hook them in to your CRM system to get more information about what they have purchased in the past, or how they reacted, etc. The other thing, what is also important to know is in the background, the validation lab is using those synthetic users and creates multiple versions of them in according to some statistical parameters to ensure they are representing really the population, like the human population, and so you get a very clear or kind of almost 100% same perspective or feedback like if you would run human panels. The other thing is you set up stimulus where you show those stimulus to the audience, to your synthetic users, and it could be feature description, could be landing pages, pitch decks, price tables, interview scripts, whatever. You can hook in URLs, show them the landing page, and so on. So those kind of stimulus you can show them, and they are reacting to them, like what you do in normal interviews. And then we come to the main part. This is the running experiments. You can run multiple experiments. You can use the AI concierge, and he helps you to set up the experiments. In this case, this was one experiment we run is an interview panel, and as you can see, we used one of our panels, and they conducted 32 interviews, and they discovered around 123 themes. And we don't run thousands of interviews. We run the interviews step by step in batches, and we learn over the time how many new themes are coming up when we talk to them. And we talk to them in different variances. And this is a very typical approach. Also other companies like McKinsey and Co do. So you don't run hundreds, you run as long as you get a kind of a saturation in the discovery curve. So when you see not really more and more new themes coming up, then it doesn't make sense to run further. This is also what you see in the statistics here. And then when you scroll down, you get a deep dive into the topics. So you see what are the top 10 themes discovered throughout the interviews, or you can scroll through the themes by questions. So in the interviews, you have multiple questions, and then you can dig deeper. What were the themes discovered? What are the top themes, etc. You get also more clarity on the validation dimensions. So how confident you are around the awareness level, impact scope, problem severity, pain frequency, urgency, etc. So you get a kind of an feedback. Does it really hit a nerve or not? And you see also the results regarding your hypothesis. Are they confirmed, not confirmed, supported, partially supported? So you get a really good feedback. Yes, my hypothesis, I started which was the reason to start those validations. Are they confirmed or not? Also the key findings, and you can even further go down and down and down, and also read the interview scripts if you want. As I said, 32 interviews, so you can read them and check what they have said in detail. Another thing is you can also compare. So if you have run multiple experiments, you could compare the results. For example, interviews compared to a landing page. What was the feedback? So you can compare them. So validations are really a very good way to validate assumptions. In real life, they cost you a lot of time, a lot of money. That's why those validations here with our synthetic users with multiple options is really good and smart way to shortcut, maybe not to make human validations completely obsolete, but maybe to shortcut and then also save a lot of money, save a lot of time.